I'm Jacob Zoll. This is my 2000 Mazda Miata Special Edition. I guess I'll start from the beginning. What got me into cars, like most other guys, is my father. Growing up, he got us into bicycles, building bicycles, and he owned a 1971 Triumph TR6, red with a tan top, just like this. So this is my own little take back to that, but modern. We always loved going to car events. We always went to like historic British car events, Triumph Club events, and that's how I just grew up around cars. And from that, it just evolves from bicycles to mini bikes and go-karts. So from like having the Triumph and building bicycles, wake up every Sunday, go downstairs, and my dad had Formula One on the TV, and he was down there rooting for Schumacher and all that, and like, that got me into motorsports. I wasn't a big team sports guy. I just wanted to go fast, and I want to beat some people. So a few years ago, we decided we need a track experience. And for little money, there's a few options. There's Spec Miata, which this is not, but it's a Miata that we could race. Then there's Formula V, the Volkswagen Bug chassis that they turn into like a little Formula car. Those are pretty cheap too, but the next cheapest option was racing go-karts. So we got ourselves a little KT100 two-stroke racing cart, found a local track to race at Orville Kart Club, and we've been enjoying it ever since. And then, I like to call this my go-kart for the street. We have a little red and black go-kart, and this is my red and tan go-kart for the road. It's it's the easiest formula. Small, light, low on power, unfortunately, but as the founder of Lotus said, add lightness. And like that's the biggest performance enhancer you can have. So starting with the smallest, lightest chassis I could find, it just only goes up from here with performance parts. Just gets better and better. And I'm excited for the future of it. But right now I really just enjoy it stock and in the state it's in because it's comfortable. And like going from a GTI on 30K springs and DCs, this is like riding a couch. So I'm a little hesitant to do anything to it right now, but I'm excited to change some stuff up, make it a little bit more nimble than it is, make it a little bit more of a driver's car. When I'm first able to get a car, wanted something stick shift, but I also wanted something practical. So I got myself a 2004 Dodge Dakota, stick shift. Loved driving that. Was able to slide it around just like this, sometimes. But after that, I got a drop kit for it and everything. And then you realize like it takes a lot of money to make a slow truck fast, and it just wasn't worth it. So from that, I had to sell it. Moved up to one of the most easily tunable cars, 2011 Mark 6 GTI in black. Loved that car a lot, except for all the maintenance it took. German cars, for some reason, end up being a lot more expensive. So had to replace nearly every part on that. The injectors, high pressure fuel pump, key lock cylinder. I broke a window because I locked my keys in the car. A lot of random stuff. It costs a lot of money. Every year, just rebuilding like half the car. But that was fun. That's how I learned to work on a lot of car stuff, other than, growing up with mechanics. So, when I had that car, I put a set of BC coils on it, got a Golf R front bumper, a shift kit, set of rotiforms like every other Volkswagen owner. Pretty typical, unfortunately, but, and then just like, the full bolt-on stage 2, regular Volkswagen tuner stuff. I loved that car. That was like a little go-kart. So I needed to upgrade to something else more reliable, but also a go-kart. And, with the cult following of the Miata, I was just the natural progression for me, going from a small truck to a little egg hatchback to an even smaller car, just stepping it down. And now I'm here with my Mazda Miata. Absolutely love it. Got this about a year ago with 70,000 miles on it. Right now we're about to clock in 94,000, so I really love driving this car. The special edition package, aside from like the normal Miatas, there's a 5-speed with an open rear diff. The Special Edition gave it a lot of wood grain accents. It has a limited slip rear diff and has a stronger 6-speed transmission. Most of it's stock. It was garage kept before I got it by every other owner. The previous owner had put a Roadster Sport Cat mid-pipe and muffler, but it was a little too tame for me, so I disconnected the muffler. But everything on it is stock. I mean, I love it. A lot of it's going to change, but I've just been really enjoying it the way it is. There's a few things that need to change, like the headlights are obviously faded. The soft top is probably just about 25 years old too. I mean, everything on it, you know, starting to show its age, but other than like those two cosmetic things, not much on it needs to change. I do have some plans for it in the future, like a little, you know, a shifter rebuild, a set of coils, some countergrams, change up the reflectors, obviously, and hopefully eventually put some sort of forced induction on it, like a supercharger. The body kit you see on it is called Big Tupperware. It has a Big Tupperware body kit on it. It's stock from factory. I think it came on other models, but it came on every Special Edition. From what I know, there was about 1,500 of these brought to the United States. So not rare, but technically one of 1,500. There's a way to figure out which one it is, but yeah, I love driving it. There's no electronics in it, no ABS, no traction control. It's very analog. I love that aspect of it. I think modern cars are getting a little too tame, and this is pretty raw for what it is, having like 100 horsepower, which is the only downside. But with a limited slip diff, once the ground gets wet, it likes to get sideways. So that's definitely my most favorite aspect of this car. You know, being able to slide it and doing other stuff like that. You know, coming from a GTI, all you could do is spin front wheels, do rolling burnouts, and this you could do some good skids in, get it moving sideways. You know, plans for the future, you know, include like a hard dog roll bar. You know, if you flip this thing, you're dead. So I would like to not do that. A set of buckets, because I'm a little too tall for the car. You know, like I said, some countergrams, coils, you know, hopefully be able to just do some SCCA autocross events in this. You know, it's a driver's car, and I just want to make it a little bit more of a driver's car. And I don't need anything crazy to make these fun. 20,000 miles on it already, stock, and I love driving it every day. This is my daily. I used to go up to school at Penn State, so did a lot of driving in this to and from there. You know, it's how you rack up the miles pretty easily. I love the glass window on the soft top. Definitely going to keep something like that. A little bit more expensive, but nice to maintain. The dark red and tan combo was every Special Edition in that year. Each year, the Special Edition got a different color. So I like this combination, especially. Just happened to be what fell into my lap. But, you know, I really like it. And it's got you got a few other factory options, like the wind deflector behind the seats. It's got the Bose stereo, which I think was stock for every Special Edition. But I mean, for being a mostly garage kept car and then me beating on it for a while, it still maintains a lot of its, you know, factory feel. It's not sloppy at all. The suspension's still tight, the steering's tight. The shifter feels brand new still. Doesn't even need a rebuild. Yeah, I'm just in love with this car. You know, I love small cars. Started with a truck, you know, a little Dodge Dakota. Went to a GTI and a little Egg. I had to get even smaller, just getting smaller and smaller every time. And I think this is finally it. It's literally like driving a go-kart. I race go-karts on a track up in Allentown. I have a little two-stroke racing cart, and this is just my go-kart for the street. It feels just as nimble for, you know, given its weight and power. Does everything you want it to do when you want it to do it. You know, as long as you have half a brain, you know, it's really easy to drive and really fun to drive. And there's a reason why they have a cult following. You know, they're kind of just like Jeeps, just like, you know, any of those cult cars. People love these, and there's obviously a reason why people love them. Yeah, I'm trying out this new, you ever hear of like 303, like ceramic protectant and stuff?
Like clear?
It's like 303, like you
Like
put
a
it on like,
ceramic
the plastics and stuff.
Oh,
yeah. And they make it for
plastics.
like your paint too. So I'm trying this out. I'm putting it on a little patchy, but you see the difference on the door.
I see what you mean. Yeah. This is just what the stock exhaust, but cut, or is it a aftermarket exhaust?
This, the previous owner had put on. All right, go down here.
Oh, dude, I completely forgot to tell you where to go. My bad.
You're good.
It just go through here, and
Straight?
it just fucking loop around. Yeah, you just loop back around.
Yeah. So the previous owner.
I mean, I guess we could have just taken the highway. You want to do a highway rip?
Yeah, we can.
You can get on the highway right here on the left.
Oh, bad. Yeah, the previous owner spent like $600 or $700 on this Roadster Sport, mid pipe and muffler. So it has a sport cat, and then I just disconnected the muffler because it was a little too tame for me. But I think it's like one of the best sounding Miata exhausts.
I like it.
Right? And the 6-speed has such close ratios. I'll be in
I know
sixth.
what you mean, yeah.
I'll be in sixth at like 20 miles an hour if I want to keep it low.
My buddy that's also got an NB Miata, when I'm like driving behind him, he like his shift points are so close together that like there's always that pause between his shifts, so I gotta like hit the brakes. I'm like,
he's got to learn how to shift.
He just got it. He's only had it a couple weeks on.
Okay, yeah. I usually shift slow, but if it's going on the internet, I can't be granny shifting it.
Yours feels a lot roomier than his. I don't know if it's just because we've got the top open.
Oh yeah, I mean, like if I'm sitting up straight, my head's against the top. But kind of get used to slouching in this car.
You've been doing that for a year, just slouching while you drive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if I'm sitting up, I can't even pull up to the traffic lights. Except like
I got
crowds.
what you, because you can't see it.
Yeah, and then the sun strips right in my face.
Slow down. Yeah, right in here. This is an easy car to get distracted in. Just because of the open top, dude. You're just like, you're looking around, you're driving, like.
I love it, man. My friends with motorcyclists are like, when you ride, you get the sense of everything. You smell it. You get, like, if there's something dead, you feel the temperature change. I was like, oh, you just get a drop top.
You just get a Miata, yeah.
Yeah, I think the Civic behind us wants to play.
Yeah, that's the dude in the parking lot. He followed us. And that's a great comparison, because that's what I was saying of. I've got a motorcycle too.
Okay,
and I mean, it's not that, but it's a good middle ground.
Yeah.
A car and a motorcycle.
What do you ride?
It's a 1982 Honda CM450.
Oh, good stuff.
Yeah, old thing.
Yeah, I always ride my buddies' bikes, but that's a goal of mine for next summer. I want to get a dual sport.
My favorite part is the smell. Like, you can smell the trees. Might sound weird to say that, what I mean?
No, I totally understand, yeah. I mean, like, I'm like a big windows down type of guy, like even in like my truck and my GTI, everywhere I went would like have the windows down.
And it sounds good too.
Thank you. Yeah. Like a lot of them have like that, like that Civic with the cut muffler sound, or it kind of just sounds like a rattle can. But this still kind of has like a deep tone to it that I like.
It's not overly exaggerated. That's what I like.
Yeah. I'm like, I want to do headers for like the slight performance gain and like a standalone, but I'm scared what it's gonna do to the sound.
I got you. Yeah. And like you can look at YouTube, but it's never gonna sound the same as it in person.
Oh no, yeah. I have to go to car meets. That's the best way to find the good parts for your car. You gotta get out, talk to people, make friends.
And NB Miatas just get a lot of hate because they don't have pop-ups. But like this, like what I was telling you earlier, like the designers themselves of the NB Miata said they wanted to make the NA, but better. They just couldn't do pop-up headlights anymore because of regulation.
Oh yeah, that's what it was. I thought it was the traffic safety laws.
Yeah. But like, if it wasn't for that, I guarantee the NB would have had pop-up headlights.
Oh yeah.
And if the NB had pop-up headlights, people would have gone crazy for it.
I mean, it's still a better chassis. It's stronger and they put a little bit more power into it. Oh, bye, friend.
Oh, the Civic?
Okay.
And you want to go right here?
All right. We're up near Peace Valley Park.
I have no idea where that is.
What? Ah, you got to film there at some point. Peace Valley is sick. It's that big lake up near here. It's probably like 5 or 10 minutes that way.
Are you talking about Nakamixon?
No, Peace Valley. Nakamixon's like probably like 20 or 30 minutes from here, but Peace Valley is like basically right behind the pizza shop.
All right, I gotta look it up.
Yeah, yeah, beautiful spot. Great for pictures and everything. Well, you got that Ford. You got to take it out and just drive random roads, man.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
That's what I do, man.
Yeah, I'm over near like Merck and everything, so I drive around Evansburg a lot.
I got no idea where that is.
Yeah, that's
Is that the
another
Civic?
great park. No, a different one.
Isn't it?
Yeah, it doesn't have the wheels.
Oh.
But yeah, like during COVID, when I had my GTI, like there was nothing to do but drive. So I put like 30,000 miles on it just in that summer, driving random back roads.
That's nice, dude. Just going on trips and everything.
Oh yeah, yeah. And I used to host like random drives with like groups, and I would take everyone on the roads I found and everything.
You wouldn't get in trouble for doing that stuff?
No. Yeah, I would get like I'd post it on social media, and like a bunch of kids from like high school or whatever, and some of my friends would get together. You know, a good like group of 15, 20 cars. We'd cruise either out to Philly or we'd cruise around like Evansburg and everything and ride the back roads. That's actually right next to the Dutch.
Okay, yeah. That's the only place I know of.
Okay, yeah, that's right behind Skipack is
Ooh.
Evansburg. I love the 944. Saw one of those on my way to the pizza shop earlier too. Yeah.
I've seen them all around a lot more lately.
I'm surprised I'm seeing a lot of them on the road. So you hear a lot of like reliability issues, but you take care of it. Yeah.
I drive a Fiesta.
But yeah, I mean, like when I got this car, I loved driving it. And then it was out of commission for a month or two, trying to troubleshoot the issues, because like it would have the, no start. Like you drive it for.
Oh, you were talking about,
You drive it for like 15 minutes and then it just wouldn't start. And it ended up being like there was a really junky anti-theft system and the cam angle sensor. After that, no issues, man. Almost 20,000 miles, over 20,000 miles on it actually, since I got it.
What kind of like MPGs do you get? That's what it's a naturally aspirated 1.8, right?
Yeah. So, like going up to school, it's like a good 3-hour drive, so you get a good test of it.
3 hours?
Yeah, it's 3 hours up to State College, and I would get. I don't know if my math was right, but I'd get anywhere from on the highway, depending on how I drove, 32 to 37.
That's good.
And then
I believe it.
Yeah, and then like around town, beating on it and sometimes babying it, I get a good like 25, 27.
That's what I get with the Fiesta, like 25.
Okay, yeah. That was a big thing I liked about the GTI too. It was, a small turbo 4-cylinder, and get great mileage. I would beat the snot out of the GTI on back roads and still get like 29. All my friends with Mustangs are jealous.
Dude, they're getting like 13.
Yeah. And this is nice because I could just put regular in it.
Oh, this takes 87.
Yeah.
I guess that makes sense. Naturally aspirated, 2,000, you don't have to do.
There's really not much stress on the engine or anything, and I'm not pushing it that hard. I mean, once I put a standalone in it and like crank up the timing, I'll have to put better gas in it, but yeah, that's my other favorite part. Good mileage, cheap gas, and it's still fun.
Let me just turn it there.
Yeah. It's got some rattles, but That's just from these doors being a little loose.
It's a car from what? It's 24, 25 years
It's
old now.
25 years old.
It's expected, dude.
And they sell parts to fix all that too, so that's pretty nice.
Oh, you can still get Miata parts stupid easy.
Oh my god, yeah. It's like
And
one of the
cheap,
most
too.
modified and modified cars out there, so.
The sitting position is really nice too. It literally is like you're not low, but like you feel
Yeah,
low.
for sure. I can only imagine what it's like once you lower it.
Mm-hmm.
Because like the GTI, once you lowered it, it felt like you were on the ground, and this already feels like that. But you can still go over speed bumps and everything without having to worry about smacking it on the speed bump. What suspension do you have in your Ford?
It's just Mountain Springs with the stock shocks.
Okay, shit. That's adjustable?
No.
Oh.
No, I want to get Bilstein shocks. I don't want to do anything like coilovers because they'll rust, especially around here. They'll rust.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes.
And
you don't really need it for street driving. You know?
No. But I mean, they do sell like covers for them.
What is, dude?
It's bad.
Those braids.
I need to fix that.